It's a great pleasure, Mr. Speaker, sir, to be part of this budget speeches. First, I would like to congratulate all the other members who has spoken from both sides of the Treasury and the opposite bench, who spoke so brilliantly and fluently and eloquently and showed their opinion on the budget speeches. I will be speaking on behalf of, in favor of the government, Chief Minister, Mr. Speaker. It's a privilege to debate in the historic 50 years of celebrations in the traditions of this August House. It's a remarkable thing to see all transformations and achievement that is taking place within our state. And I'm proud to be being the member of the government and on these celebrations of 50 years, Mr. Speaker, sir. Though there are a few things, challenges that needed to be corrected across the state and across the budget, but we cannot blame for any failure that whatever this government is having, Mr. Speaker, sir, because this government is only new government, it's only 4 years. Where there was a militancy within the state, infested by the militancy, when there was a pandemic, but yet, though this pandemic has abnormalized the state, but yet, with all the consequences that this government has faced, the chaos and everything, somewhat this government has managed to give development and face the challenges. I don't want to be unduly flattering about this government, Mr. Speaker, sir, about the success. It might be exhaustive for me to speak all the success that this government has done so far. Whatever that this government has done, at least this government has a decency of accepting that some of them is not well. Measuring at least by taking some initiations of new projects, like for example ILP. This government has at least taken the resolutions within the state. Not only this one, border issue, sports policy, lots of other issues. There are lots of other missions also that this government has already initiated. Before there was a lots of mission after mission, but those things were not materialized. But under the leadership of our Chief Minister, I believe whatever the problem that is still lingering, that our state will definitely be out of poverty and be self-sustained in the future to come. Mr. Speaker, sir, I won't take much of your time, but I want to point out a few instances where our government should at least need to take care. Especially in finance, Mr. Speaker, sir. Government need to create a financial focus to see what benefit the strategy might produce. Then only it will determine the best on the strategy of operating activities and structure of business. The government should draft a strategy to figure out how the business will be positioned and differentiated against the loan. Government should crystallize the realities of external environment and link them with chosen set of financial target, operating activity, selections and department of people and organizations process program to reach the financial target and execute the strategy. A widespread quest for fundamental value has sped up. Our government should know how to take care of our own people rather than charisma. The era of computer has given us a breed of no-nonsense being. Personality traits that traditionally gets people into fast track. Confronting reality, business savvy and unquenchable thirst to know, including willingness to seek out diverse viewpoints and unorthodox ideas. I believe this government that it will distinguishedly manage to practice whatever that is there already in the budget, Mr. Speaker, sir. In education, Mr. Speaker, sir, education is one of the most important for the full development of one, not only for the one personality, but for the sustained growth of state and nation. Now, in education sector, Mr. Speaker, sir, that day we have discussed about the fragile learning, which has pushed the children out of the schools. Now, last time we had talked about the SSA teachers, the meltdown, the livelihood of the teachers. But right now, even if we give the best teacher, the best coaches, even after training, if they go out to school to teach our students, if they don't have the better infrastructure or like desk, benches, and then school buildings, then you can't see the pupils, the students, they won't be there. So whom we are going to teach if we don't have the proper infrastructure? That's why I would like to request, even with a small amount, if we can renovate those schools and give the infrastructures in the villages, at least that will suffice, and then bring back those who are already out from the school, Mr. Speaker, sir. Now, I would like to request the livelihood meltdown of the teachers who are already emphasizing, only about their payment, not by teaching, especially to the rural students. Those ugly surprises keeps on occurring every now and then. So there is no hope of predicting their future in real time. It seems no common framework to weigh the situations. I would like to ask the government at least to look into this matter seriously. Mr. Speaker, sir. Now, all the other members have already figured out the numbers already mentioned by all the other members. I would like to only contain with a few points, Mr. Speaker, sir. About the youth.
You have 2 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, sir. Okay, let me go to that Mati, sir. Today morning I have received the answer during the question and answer hour, Mr. Speaker, sir. I just wanted to know how many numbers of Mati has produced, both from the center and the state so far. What will be the required moderations ultimately to create more state cadres from within the state? So in future, the state will not suffer. Therefore, I would like to request our Chief Minister to give extra effort to craft worthwhile strategy for coaching and training for our youths, because our youth is our future and our economy, Mr. Speaker, sir. We know that I love sports, Mr. Speaker, sir. Sports is the last bastion where every educated, uneducated, all different conservative community, they come together. They learn all kinds of hardships, but the goal is same. So I would like to request, give us special emphasis on this particular department, Mr. Speaker, sir, so that we can produce more number of skilled sports athletes, so that the differences that whatever we had amongst the community, among the conservative families, that will be at least come out in the light, and then things will start to take change, started to take place.
Please close now.
Mr. Speaker, sir, just one more point.
Yeah, please.
Okay, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir. Anyway, I have seen, especially in the budget, Speaker, sir, we have given some amount for the development of the soft skill for the youths. But I have not seen for those who are uneducated and dropped out youths. So I would like to request and urge the government, at least keep some budget for those who are already dropped out and those who are not educated. With these few words, Mr. Speaker, sir, I urge the government and thank the government for this beautiful budget speech that they have placed before the House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Thank you.